I don't know if I'm excited or nervous, but we are just 2 wins away from potentially reaching our second consecutive Champions League final. Hello, welcome to Club 4 Part 10 of the Globe Explorer. Coming up in today's episode, we do have our Champions League semi-final, both legs against Arsenal. So since the last episode, it's been fairly decent. We haven't actually played too many games. We've only played 3 games, 2 Premier League games and the FA Cup semi-final tie against Aston Villa, which we did just about beat. We did have to beat them on penalties, which is a relatively simple penalty shootout. They missed their first 2. We scored our first 2 from there. Fairly straightforward. Then we did have a 0-0 draw against Leeds, which could have been a better result, but then we did get a 1-0 win over Bournemouth. But now we play Arsenal 3 times in a row. I mean, this could go 1 or 2 ways. We could win. I'd rather beat them in the Champions League than lose to them in the Premier League, or otherwise we're just going to lose to them in the Champions League and beat them in the Premier League. That's the only 2 scenarios. I doubt we're going to win all 3 games, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, Premier League table is still not looking the best. Obviously, we kind of have to win all our remaining games, but our next 3 Premier League games are against Arsenal and Man City and West Brom, so it's a pretty difficult run, and so we kind of have to win the Champions League. Otherwise, I think we're going to get sacked. So I don't think the board will want us finishing outside the Champions League places. So the lineup for our first leg is Mitchell in goal. Mitchell's dropped down to 2.5 stars. Are we going with Mitchell? I think we'll go with Prieto just based on star rating wise. Then we've got the back 4 for Yekini, Moreno, Roberto, and Osborne. Goebel at the base of the midfield. Then ahead of him, we've got McFadden and Kushma, Lacroix and Galima. Are they not fit to play? I feel like this isn't my strongest team. So go for Lacroix and Galima. Pasciuti on the right. Roma, Rinho on the left. Elias, what's happening to him? Elias is tired and injured. So we'll go with Roma, Rinho, then Essien up. Right, come on, lads. Let's hopefully get a nice, simple result from the first leg. Then hopefully we can take them at our. I don't know where we're playing this first leg. Obviously, if we're at home, we need to be winning this. And obviously, the second leg will just take a positive result. We are at home this first leg, so a nice 2-3-0 win, or just a win in general. I don't care what the scoreline is, as long as we don't get battered. But the last time we played these in the Premier League, we did get a 2 draw, and if it's a 2 draw at the end of the first leg, that's not a bad result, because obviously we all know what happened against Real Madrid. A 4-3 win in the first leg. There's a second leg, which was away from home, absolutely tore them to bits, and we really looked like there was only one team that were going to go through. And Galima has got the ball. Tell to Pasciuti. This is looking very positive indeed. Pasciuti puts the ball into the back of it. I'll tell you what, if we can get a couple of goals like that this first half, that would be very, very good. But that is a very early goal, and we do need to be quite wary that obviously Arsenal. I don't know where Arsenal are actually in the league. I don't think they're top. I know they're definitely above us, but I think they're like second or third, so they're not doing that well in the league. But hopefully we can try and get possibly another goal in the first half, which we're not even in the 10th minute, and we're talking about possibly getting another goal. But you never know, we could get another goal here, albeit it does look like it's going to fall to Arsenal at the moment. With Magas whips it in, and Petre does header the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0. Barely 8 minutes onto the clock, and the scores are back on level terms, and that's not great. Only keeping our lead for just 1 minute. That's quite ridiculous, that is. But hopefully we can try and get a second goal as soon as possible. But Wozniak has got the ball now to Magas. This is not looking great. If we could try and keep Arsenal at bay for as long as possible without them scoring too many goals. But Magas has got the ball, and Smithen has put the ball into the back of it to make it 2-1. 15 minutes onto the clock. That's not what I was hoping for, because obviously now they've got 75 minutes to go and grab as many goals as they very well like, but I do wonder how much longer do we give it until he moves to a positive mentality? Because I feel like if Arsenal grab a third goal, we go positive mentality and just hope for the best, and that is quite that's a shocking goal to concede. I'm hoping it's offside, but I don't think it. I don't think it is. I thought Gabriel might have got fouled, but no. That's this is the worst possible thing ever. But we were two goals down at Real Madrid, and we turned it around. Albeit we weren't 1-0 up, but yeah, that's not. This is not good. Yeah, let's go to positive mentality. See if we can try and grab a couple goals back. Obviously, we're not going to get 2 more goals in the first half, but definitely try and close down the advantage Arsenal have, which at the moment is 2 goals. But obviously, still remembering we do have a whole second leg to play. So hopefully we can just keep at this, or maybe get a goal back. Then hopefully in the second leg, just tear them to bits at their place. That's the plan. But obviously failing that, if we do go out, it's not going to be great. Obviously, that means we'd have to win the Champions League next season. Otherwise, it will be mission failed. But I don't want to think negatively at the moment. Petre with the shot, and that's a good save from Alvaro Prieto. Is it Alvaro, or have I just made it? No, it's Alvaro Prieto. Very good save. Obviously, only 24 years old. He could potentially be our first choice goalkeeper next season. Obviously, that's dependent on what the budgets give us. But Osborne has got the ball. That could have been if we could get an early goal this second half, of which we haven't had too many shots. That's quite alarming. We've only had 4 shots, 2 on target. Arsenal 9 shots, 5 on target. Definitely looking like the better team. Messi, that's a lovely ball out to Yekini. Now to Pashruti. That's a chance to put the ball into the box. Go ball. Pashruti cuts inside towards the left. That's a very good shot. A very good shot indeed. If that's definitely on target, it was testing the goalkeeper, but just couldn't quite get enough whippage or height onto the ball. If that was nearer the top left-hand corner than the bottom, I reckon that would have been a goal all day long. But half an hour left to go. We are going to make a couple more just a couple changes. Roma Mourinho is not gonna. Do you know what? We'll get on Gorgios. So we're going to move Essien out onto the left, and I think Lacroix probably comes off for McFadden. I think that's probably all the changes we shall do for now. But 30 minutes left to go. Obviously, still the 2-goal deficit at the moment, which it could be a lot worse, but it could have been a lot better because we were 1-0 up in this game. But we just we let them back into it. They've had a lot. How much possession have they had? They've had 61%. I mean, no wonder why we're losing, because we haven't had near enough of the ball. And Prieto whips up Villa. Gorgeous Antonio, plenty of space. Come on, cut inside, go into the box. Antonio, that's a corner ball. If we can try and work something out from this set piece, that would have been lovely. Obviously, we have to see the set piece to get a goal from it. Obviously, that didn't quite happen. But 15 minutes left to go. Ungalima's shattered, so we're going to get on Kushma. And I think Sergio also comes on for Moreno. There might be slight arguments we should have started in this game, but we'll definitely start him in the second leg. But 10 minutes left to go. Can we just get a second goal just to really close down this goal deficit? Because going into the second leg with a 2-goal deficit, it's a big task to ask to come back from it. But I've seen it happen before. But hopefully we can try and get at least 1 more goal. It doesn't look like it because we haven't really come close to, apart from Pashruti having that decent half chance. Apart from that, we haven't really done much else this second half, which I'm quite disappointed with, because we have created a lot of chances. So that's got the ball, and that's got to be game, set, match for Arsenal. Coming back from 3 goals, pretty much impossible, that is. But we will try our luck in the second half, in the second leg. Osborne now to Essien. If we can get a goal back here, there might still be hope. Antonio has put the ball into the back of the net. Still to narrow the gap to 2 goals, but it's better than 3. It is better than 3, but there is still time for a possible third goal, which I highly doubt we're going to get a third goal, but you never know. With 4 minutes of additional time and a late set piece where Pashuti will whip in the corner. Come on, make it a good delivery. That's not great, but it does fall to Antonio, now to Pashuti. And Antonio has completely missed that. From about 3 yards out, he somehow put it wide of a goal. Don't know how that's possible, but it was a positive end to a very, I'd say, a difficult game, because I reckon we could beat them at their place, but yeah, I don't know what to do in the second leg. I don't know if we go 2 up front or we just keep it as it is for now. I think we probably definitely do go to a positive mentality straight from the start for the second leg, but hopefully, I mean, if we beat them in the league, this game is just absolutely crazy. It's back-to-back away games at Arsenal. We might as well just stay down in London for the foreseeable future. Yeah, not ideal. But if we beat them in the Premier League, I'm going to lose my mind. And hopefully, the second leg, we win it by 3 goals and go through to the Champions League final. Well, going into our second leg against Arsenal isn't really giving me too much confidence, having lost against them in the Premier League as well. Only by the 1 goal, but obviously if that happens this leg, that's us done in the Champions League. But obviously we were 2-0 down at half time or just after half time, and McFadden did get a goal back in the 85th minute, which clearly wasn't good enough. So hopefully this game's a different game. Obviously, we do have to turn around a 2-goal deficit, so we can't really afford to be dropping goals. Obviously, the Premier League table doesn't look great at all. I don't think we're going to qualify for the Champions League unless Everton somehow slip up, which they face for the last minute. I don't think we're qualifying for the Champions League unless obviously we're in the Champions League. Then it ain't going to matter, because obviously that'll be the same done and dusted. So the lineup for the second leg will be Prieto in goal, a back four, Yekini, Sergio, Roberto, Ross, good ball at the base of the midfield. Then ahead of him we've got Ngalima and Lacroix, Pashuti on the right, Elias on the left. Then we've got Essien up front. We are very much starting on a positive mentality. We can't be starting with balance, because that is just a little too negative, or very negative, when we're 2 goals down. If we were 2 goals up, yeah, by all means, go on a positive balance mentality. But we're chasing a victory, because we do need to get the goals, and hopefully, starting on a positive mentality might mean we might be able to get a few early goals, and certainly get a few goals this first half. If we could just get a goal this first half, that'd be good, and obviously limit Arsenal to minimal chances, but I suspect that isn't really going to happen. But we'll see how it goes. Let's just hope the first half goes well, ideally without us conceding any goals. But if we can get an early goal, similar to the last game, then we went 1-0 up, then obviously we just went from bad to worse from there. So hopefully that doesn't happen this second leg. Obviously, we do need 2 goals to send it to extra time, but Arsenal for a goal. Petre, by some miracle, puts it wide of a goal. If that's in the first leg, that's a goal all day long, because I thought that should have been in the back of the net. He had plenty of time. No one really closing him down. I mean, we haven't had any shots on goal, which is not great. We are on a positive mentality. I don't know how much longer we leave it till we go to attacking mentality. See if we can get a goal, ideally before half time. But Arsenal, by the looks of it, have got a set piece with Wozniak. Will whip it in. Can we just get it cleared? And that was very close for Miguel Angel. And thankfully, it was just whiskers away from finding the back of it there. We've got 15 minutes left to go of the first half. We've not played well at all. We don't really look like a team that's chasing a 2-goal lead, but we are, and we just don't look like scoring any goals anytime soon. Adio has got the ball. Can we just try and just get in the tackle? Otherwise, if Arsenal get a goal here, I don't see any way of us coming back into this game, because at the moment it's 1-0. It will be checked by VAR, but should it get awarded, we will need 3 goals in the second half. Goal has been disallowed, so that gives us not really a lifeline, but it still keeps the game goalless, but still 4-2 on aggregate. This is a worrying sign. 2 shots, 1 on target. At least we've had a shot on target now, but that does need to be significantly improved in the second half. I'm watching it. Can we just get the ball from them? Because they're having a little bit too much possession of the ball at the moment, and I'm worrying they will eventually put the ball into the back of the net. Can we get a tackle in? Come on, Galima, put the pressure on. Watching it. Somebody gets stuck in, obviously, without giving away a penalty. And Petra with the shot. Thankfully, it takes. I thought it took a deflection, but thankfully, it went out for a goal kick. But we've got a couple minutes left to go of the first half, which it's not been a great first half. So we do need to show me something else in the second half, lads, because this has not been. It's not been good enough. I think we might have to go attacking, and we might have to get off one of our midfielders and go 2 up front. So I think that's probably what we will do. We will get off. We're going to sacrifice. I don't really want to get him off, but we are going to sacrifice Scoble and get on Gorgios Antonio. He can go up front. We've got to go for it because there's no way we're going out of the Champions League. Antonio can be a centre forward. What does he want to be out of possession? A centre forward. We'll just have him as a split in outlet centre forward. I think that's pretty much the same thing. I don't know what that means anyway, but we'll do that. But let's go. Let's keep on a positive. Yeah, we'll keep on a positive mentality. Then obviously, should we get a goal back, we might just up the tempo and hopefully go attacking. So if we can get a goal within the next 5 minutes, that will give us a huge heap of hope. And Essien has got the ball. Antonio, obviously, now with 2 up front, should make it a little bit more easier to create a lot more chances. That's what I'm hoping for. That's why we've gone 2 up front. Then obviously, if that doesn't go to plan, we will obviously try and get a third person up front. Petra has put the ball into the back of the net. We are going attacking now because we've just got to go for it because that first half just wasn't good enough. I mean, yeah, I don't think we'll go through to the final. Right, let's make a couple more changes. What do we have on the bench in terms of attacking players? I mean, we do have Hamouche. I guess he can come on. Where can the Lacroix play? Can he play as a attacking mid? Can Hamouche play as a attacking mid? He's not really fit, but he can play there. So we're going to get him on for Ngalima, and we're going to put him there. We'll do that in possession, and we'll leave it as it is out of possession, because I don't really want to commit too many men forward, especially out of possession. Right, half an hour left to go. Let's drop a little bit of encouragement in the hope we can try and get at least a goal within the next couple of minutes. That would be good. Obviously, we do need to get 3 goals in the next 20 minutes, which I don't think is going to happen. But if we can get a goal now, obviously on a attacking mentality, we should be able to get a few goals. But the chances of a comeback, very slim. But if we can get a goal here, which we do with Antonio, it gives us a little bit of hope. I don't think we're going to get the 2 goals that we want. Let's drop a lot more encouragement. Come on, 20 minutes left to go. It will give it... Don't know what to do in terms of changes. Roberto has got the ball. If this is a goal here, there is plenty of time for things to change. Lacroix, Elias, that is poor. That is a very poor pass, and that should have been the second goal. That should have been the goal that took us 1 goal behind. But very, very poor pass from Elias, and Smithen has capitalised from that missed opportunity from us to put the ball into the back of the net, and it is once again a 3-goal lead. Goal has been awarded, and that came from one of our own mistakes, not capitalising on a perfect opportunity. But that is just it's just poor attacking play. It really is. Prieto, let's just get the ball upfield. Obviously, there's no hope in us making a comeback now unless we score 3 goals in 10 minutes, which I don't think I've seen that happen at all in any real life games I've watched, but you never know. It might be possible. Definitely isn't possible now if Petre put the ball into the back of the net. But 10 minutes left to go. We are going to make a couple more changes. Pashruti is going to make way for Romarinho, and I think we'll keep the system the same as it is, and I think we'll get on Kushma for Lacroix, and I think that'll probably be the final changes we shall make for now. Come on, 10 minutes left to go. Can we just get a few more goals? Because this match, I mean, Arsenal. I wouldn't mind playing Arsenal in the final, but playing them in the semi-final over the 2 legs, absolutely hideous. Yukini has got the ball. Ribéry, Yukini. This is looking fairly positive. Oh, that's poor. Should have been a lot better. Ross, come on, let's just get the ball out wide and hopefully get the ball into the box. Ross, just get the ball into the box. We need goals. Come on. Oh, that's a decent cross. Yukini. Elias has got a goal. Let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. Attack it. It might just kill all the momentum in the game. Let's demand more in the hope we can get at least one more goal within the next couple of minutes, and we'll see how much added time we have. But I don't think it's going to happen. If it was 2-2 at the end of the first leg, not too bad. I mean, we should have gone positive in the first leg. I think that's the one slight regret, because we were balanced, and at 3-1 down, we switched to a positive mentality. Then from there, we scored one goal, Arsenal scored one goal, and at the moment, it would have been going to extra time. But no, it wouldn't, because Arsenal have got a third goal, 7-4 on aggregate. I mean, if we can't beat them in the Champions League, how are we supposed to win the Premier League? I don't know what's going to happen at the end of this season. I mean, we are in the FA Cup final, so that's a slight positive to end the season with. Obviously, we haven't won it yet, but that will be coming up in the next episode alongside our final Premier League game of the season, which obviously is against Man City, and that could potentially be our final Premier League game, depending on what happens, because I don't think, obviously, if we don't qualify for the Champions League, I don't see ourselves surviving this season, or certainly not going into next season, because obviously if we get sacked, that's the same done. Well, that's the same done, because there's no way we'd be able to win the Champions League. But that was a pretty poor display over the course of both legs. Definitely work to do in the summer if we do happen to stay in charge. But that was just that was hideous. Who have they got in the final? Who's in the final? If it's Brighton, it hasn't been played yet, but this other semi-final was Brighton or Bay. I mean, if we have beaten Arsenal, yeah, we won the Champions League, because Brighton and Bay are a pretty simple opposition, but yeah, we just weren't good enough. I mean, playing Arsenal 3 games in a row, only bad news was going to come from that. How many goals did we concede? 4, 5, 8. 8. And 10, including the other games. So 10 goals conceded against Arsenal over the course of the whole season. That's not good enough. That really is not good enough. But I will see you all in the next episode, where we will have our final Premier League fixture against Man City, then also the FA Cup final against Chelsea. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.